So that's part of the reason why I invested in the bot. People think that it's, you're like a scumbag, or you're ruining the culture.
Hello?
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what is up? I am with someone who I've been watching his YouTube videos for a while now. I'm a big fan of his. It's an honor to have him on my podcast. His name is GC Kicks. His Instagram is I am GC Kicks, YouTube GC Kicks, 26,000 subscribers. And yeah. So to start off, if you could just tell me your name, your age, where you're from.
Well, first off, what's good, bro? For those listening, I met the homie at SneakerCon NYC. It was like 2 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
Or was it like
it was last year, but it's already been over a year. They're not announcing the new one.
Yeah. Well, so my name is Chris. I'm 23 years old. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I make YouTube videos on sneakers and Supreme and just stuff that I like, you know what I mean, and stuff that I know people sort of gravitate towards, and I just like to create content.
So yeah, I guess this podcast will be a little different because we'll talk about resale and I guess YouTube. I'll try to incorporate that.
Sounds good. Let's get it.
So my first question is, when did you start getting into streetwear and Supreme?
All right. How? So I got into.
And how did you start? Like with who or whatever?
Okay, so I was interested. Heard about Supreme back in high school. I was in high school from 2009 to 2013. I heard about Supreme when I was like in my senior year. One of my friends told me about it. He was like, "Yo, bro, you got to start shopping over here. It's mad cool. They have nice clothes. It's like a skateboarding shop or something like that." And I started buying Supreme the following year. I started college. I don't really know what got me into it, but I just I started finding out more about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it made me look into it. Like, what is all this about? You know what I'm saying? So I started pretty much just looking on the site, seeing what they have. And whenever I'd be interested in something, first of all, it took me some time to find out that all their new stuff drops on Thursdays at 11 a.m. And I had to learn the hard way that stuff sells out within seconds. So I had to learn that the hard way. Back then, it wasn't so quick. Back then, it took a little longer for stuff to sell out. Now we have all these bots and stuff, so it's a lot faster. But so I pretty much just I would just check up on the site randomly, and then I found out where the store was, and I would go there, take a couple trips, hop on the line. I would buy a hat or something like that, an accessory. I remember the first hat I ever bought was this camp cap, and the first accessory I ever bought was the water bottle, the sports water bottle, the red with the white branding on it. This was 3 or 4 years ago. Those were my first ever Supreme
And did you
pieces.
resell those, or was that to use?
No, I still have the bottle, right? I still have the bottle to this day. The hat, I'm not sure where the hat is, but I don't think I sold it. I have it somewhere, but I still have those two pieces right there. I still have them.
So when you first heard of it, it was just you thought it was a cool brand. It wasn't about making money off it.
Nah, it definitely was not about making money. I didn't even know you could make money off of it, to be honest. I didn't know about it like that. But I remember I got into Supreme back when Supreme did sales. They don't do that anymore. Online, They would have these random sales. It was around Christmas time, and they had everything on the site was X percentage off or something like that. And I wanted this. What was it? I think it was a Rough Rider hoodie. This is maybe fall winter 14, fall winter 15, around there. I wanted this hoodie, and like I said, I didn't know back then that you had to be super quick. So I'm taking my time trying to check out, and I take an L. I'm like, damn. So I looked on the site and, you know, try to see what else I can cop. And I saw this, it was like this long sleeve striped hooded shirt sort of thing. And I copped it. And it was kind of pricey at that time. So that was like one of the most expensive pieces of clothing I ever had. And it was like only $70 something. Now, like, now that I'm really into Supreme, you know what I'm saying? I see how much more expensive stuff can get. So back then, $70, that was like nothing. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was not into Supreme for reselling. I started reselling Supreme last year, and let me see. It was only certain pieces I would sell, like box logos and stuff like that. I would keep, and people would be like, "Yo, like, what are you doing? Like, that's a $32 shirt. You could have sold it for $1,000." You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, "Nah, man, this is the culture. I like this stuff. You know what I mean? I like collecting this stuff. It's hard to get, especially when the Supreme Brooklyn store opened up last year. You know, they had the BK grand opening box logo, and to me, like, I just like that kind of stuff. The fact that not everyone can obtain it. You know what I mean? That's the stuff I like. So I decided to keep it. And I would tell people, like, you know, it costs this much, but people sold it for this much. And they'll be like, "What are you doing? You're crazy. Everyone would have sold it." And I'm like, "Nah, man. Like, sometimes you just got to collect stuff. You got to keep stuff." And,
so the Supreme, you said, you know, was really for the personal at first. So when it came to YouTube, was that for money or was it for enjoying?
When it came to YouTube, no, because when I first started my channel back in 2016, that's when I really started getting into Supreme, and I would show myself going to go pick up stuff. I would show myself going to line up, and that was like around the first time when I would actually go outside, go to Supreme, line up, and stuff like that. And one of the first tees I ever copped was the Muhammad Ali tee. I still have it to this day, but I believe I copped another one that same day. I think I got two of them that same day, and I sold one. I did sell one. I did. It was for like $70 or something like that. It was like a little flip, but to me back then, I'm like, oh wow, I paid 30 something for this shirt, and I sold it for like $70. Like, I thought that was cool, but it's not always about selling. You know what I mean? And it's not about it. It didn't really have much to do with like YouTube and selling. Like, YouTube was YouTube. Like, I just like YouTube because I like to create content, I like to entertain. But when I started selling stuff, I guess it was just a way just to have like a little side money, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? Especially if I didn't really like the item. You know what I mean? If I like the item, I usually keep it. And that's when my friends would be like, "Yo, like, just sell it." And I'd be like, "Nah, man, I like it." You know? That's how. So
you definitely started off way more in store than online.
Yes. Like I said, I didn't know much about online. I didn't know you had to be that fast. And then I remember the first item I ever, like, I really went hard for was the Yankee Supreme box logo t-shirt. It was like, I think it was SS 16, 15 around there. And I found out they were dropping the box logos on the site. And back then, I wasn't like so big on box logos. I just thought the shirt was cool. You know what I mean? And I guess I was following Supreme on Instagram or something like that. And then that was back then when they would tell us like, "Yo, this is dropping this Thursday." They don't really do that so much now. But
I heard a story
like
of someone who said that on that drop they had the box logo in their cart, and they were deciding whether they wanted to pay like $40 for the shirt, and they ended up not getting it.
And now it's worth like $500-$600.
So did it sell fast? Did you get it?
No, I did not get it, and I was very disappointed. Like I said, that was back then when I didn't know much about Supreme. I didn't know I had to be that fast. So I'm there. I didn't know about autofill. I didn't know about all that extra stuff. So I was literally typing in my info, line by line, and it sold out on me. And I was like, damn, like, I didn't think that would sell out. And then as I went on, I finally, found out the little tricks on how to be faster and stuff like that. And now if I don't cop online, it's something must have been wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty quick now. You know what I mean? But sometimes Supreme is on that BS, and they'll like just decline your order for whatever reason. It happens to people, but it is what it is.
So you haven't ever really tried using bots? You never went that route?
No, I actually did go that route, and it's not for the reason like I just told you. I've taken L's before. You know what I mean? I spoke about this in a video recently. It was for the Fall Winter 18 box logo release. Some people got upset because I admitted to the fact that I used a bot. So I look at my screen on my computer, I look at my bot, and I just see a bunch of success. And only 2 of my orders actually went through. I only got 2 email confirmations, and they all got canceled.
How many did you get?
How many? What did I get?
Yeah.
How many box logos? Initially I had got 2, but Supreme declined my order because they thought that I used the bot, which I did. But I heard stories that people that didn't use a bot, that went manual, that they got declined too. Not declined, they got refunded as well. The orders got canceled as well. But before like you say anything about me using a bot, it's come to a point where everyone's using a bot these days, And what was that?
Yeah, so you can't just play weak if everyone's using a bot. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, bro. And it sucks that you have to say that. You have to do what you got to do. It sucks to finally be able to use that line. You know what I mean? That line where what is it? If you can't beat them, join them. Yeah. You know what I mean? It sucks, but like I said, I'm a part of this culture. I like the stuff, and it comes to a point where I will use a bot to try and cop something that I want for myself. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I will use this because I want it myself. I want to be able to wear this myself, and I will try and get it. I'm not gonna lie. I'll try and get others as well, because then I can try and sell. But I usually want stuff for myself. That's the point. I want it for myself. So that's part of the reason why I invested in the bot. And people think that it's you're like a scumbag, or you're ruining the culture. You're part of the reason why I don't want anymore. I'm not part of the reason. I'm just trying to get what I want. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna keep taking L's just because I don't want to contribute to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Supreme makes this clothes because they want us to wear it. How am I gonna wear it if I can't cop it? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.